Until now, doctors have had to rely on symptoms, slowness, stiffness, tremors and balance issues, to diagnose Parkinson's disease. Yet those symptoms can be similar to other brain disorders, leading to 10% to 20% of people being misdiagnosed with Parkinson's. And for years before those symptoms emerge, damage in the brain is accumulating quietly. Nerve cells that produce dopamine, a chemical messenger essential for coordination and movement, are dying. By the time a patient comes into the clinic complaining of symptoms, they're estimated to have already lost as many as 80% of those dopamine-making cells. The new test looks for misfolded forms of a protein called α-synuclein, which forms clumps in the brains of people with Parkinson's. For more than a decade, the Fox Foundation's Parkinson's Progression Markers Initiative enrolled and followed more than 1,100 volunteers with and without the disease. The researchers showed that the test could detect Parkinson's 87.7% of the time and was able to screen out people without the disease 96.3% of the time. Even better, the test could detect the disease in 98.6% of people who had lost their sense of smell for a prolonged period, indicating a way to identify early-stage Parkinson's. Neurologists are thrilled. But to be truly useful, researchers will need to come up with a less invasive version of the test. Currently, the protein is measured in central spinal fluid, which requires a lumbar puncture. The team is already working on more palatable alternatives, exploring whether the protein can be measured in the skin, nasal mucosa or even the blood. And while the study answers whether the protein is a good test for neurodegenerative disease, ideally researchers will want to find out whether protein levels change as the disease progresses. Establishing that connection would allow doctors to better understand what stage a patient is in.